Hey, boys and girls, today we are going to continue with what we started yesterday, publishing our story. Okay, many of you did such a great job yesterday reading your story and adding interesting details to the end. I was so impressed. But there were some people who had a little trouble. I want you to look at the story that I wrote a few weeks ago, okay? Look at this very carefully. Listen to the story as I read the story to you. One Saturday last fall, I decided to go see my family that lives in the country. My husband drove me there. I fell asleep riding there. My husband missed a turn and we got lost. My brother has a dog. He got it yesterday. Now, boys and girls, let's look at this story. There's something wrong here. Can anybody think about what I did wrong? That's right. Two of the sentences do not make sense in my story. My story is about going to see my family in the country and getting lost. It has nothing to do with my brother has a dog and he got it yesterday. That's why you see a line through these sentences. I drew a line through there because when I reread my story, I knew that had nothing to do with what my story was about. My story was about my family and getting lost, not anything about a dog. Okay, I want you to get your folder and get out the story that has a smiley face on it that you're going to publish. After you get that piece, I want you to be ready to reread it. Okay, I've got mine. Now, I want you to reread your whole story. And while you're rereading it, I want you to say, does it make sense? Do I have anything in my story that does not belong? So if something does not make sense, I want you to correct it. If you have sentences in there that don't belong, that's not about what your whole story is about, draw a line through them. Go ahead, and I'm going to give you time to do this. Okay, if you need more time, just hit pause and then you can finish your work and then come back to the video. Okay, that's one of the things we do to make our stories better. Now, another thing in publishing is reading something and making sure it has capital letters and periods. Let's practice a little bit. I have a story here that I wrote. And let's see if everything looks just right to you. Okay, ready? I went to the apple orchard last weekend. I saw a tree with my favorite apple on it. I picked a Granny Smith apple and took a big bite. Now, do you see anything wrong with my writing? Yes, I left out some capital letters and periods. Okay, let's see if you can help me out. Okay, ready? I went to the apple orchard last weekend. That's a complete thought, a complete sentence. So what goes at the end? Yes, a period. And when you have a period, what's the next letter got to be? Yes, an uppercase letter. Okay. I saw a tree with my favorite apple on it. That's a complete thought, isn't it? What goes at the end of your sentence? A period. If you have a period, what does the next letter have to be? An uppercase letter, right? I picked a Granny Smith apple and took a big bite. That's the end of my sentence, isn't it? So what goes there? A period. I don't have any more words, so I'm finished there. Now, I want you to go back, and you may have already done this before when we did a lesson on capital letters and periods, or you may not have done this piece yet. I want you to go back, even if you have. I want you to look at your piece, and you're going to do like I do. Okay, watch. Amber wanted to try riding a roller coaster. That's the end of my sentence. I'm going to circle my period. Then I'm going to draw an arrow because my next word needs a uppercase letter, and it does, doesn't it? Amber was afraid to try. That's the end of my sentence. I put a what? A period, and the next word began with an uppercase letter. But Amber got on the roller coaster anyway. What goes at the end of that sentence? A period, and my next letter should be an uppercase, and it is. She liked it so much that she wanted to ride it again. End of sentence, period, and what should the next one be? Uppercase letter. So Amber got in line again to ride the roller coaster. End of my sentence, period, capital letter. This time she rode in the back seat. Okay, period. Next one is a capital letter. Yeah. She had a great time. Excitement mark. Since that's the end, we need no more capital letters. Now, I want you boys and girls to reread the piece that you worked on yesterday, and I want you to make sure you have periods and capital letters where you need them, okay? When you are finished that, put it in your folder on the side with a green dot, because we will continue with our publishing tomorrow.